The Great Gridlock of Sector 34 Chandigarh. Rohan, a young entrepreneur with a dream to revolutionize the city's event management scene, had just finalized a deal to host a major product launch at a prestigious banquet hall in Chandigarh's Sector 34. For years, the sector had been his personal hub of inspiration. Its vibrant streets, bustling with students and professionals, felt like the very heartbeat of the city. He saw beyond the cramped alleys and crowded cafes, envisioning a future where his business thrived on the energy of this educational coaching hub. Little did he know, his biggest challenge wouldn't be securing clients or managing logistics, but a more formidable foe, the parking. Sector 34, a planned commercial hub in the meticulously designed city, had undergone a silent transformation. What was once a mix of offices and retail stores was now the undisputed capital of competitive exam coaching. Every building housed an institute, each promising a ticket to a brighter future. The influx of aspiring engineers, doctors, and civil servants had turned the sector into a beehive of intellectual activity. And with this massive student population came a fleet of two-wheelers and four-wheelers, all vying for a limited number of parking spots. Rohan's troubles began the moment his team arrived to set up for the event. The designated parking lot was a scene of utter chaos. Cars were double parked, bikes were crammed so tightly together that they looked like a metal domino chain, and every available curb was occupied. The parking attendants, a harried group, seemed to have given up on any pretense of order. They simply collected fees and let the gridlock unfold. Rohan's event suppliers, caterers, decorators, and technicians were stuck in a relentless traffic jam that snaked through the sector's main arteries. They spent an hour circling before giving up and unloading their vehicles on the street, earning a swift rebuke from the police. This wasn't just a logistical nightmare for Rohan. It was an everyday reality for the businessman of Sector 34. Mr. Sharma, who ran a printing and stationery store, had seen a significant drop in footfall. "Customers just don't want to come here anymore," he lamented to Rohan, as the two stood watching a family of four argue over a parking spot. "They say it's easier to order online than to brave this chaos. We have a great location, but no one can get to us." The visitors faced an even worse ordeal. Parents, dropping their children off for coaching, would spend up to 20 minutes circling the block, their stress levels rising with every passing minute. They would often resort to parking illegally, a risk that came with the almost certainty of a traffic fine. The students themselves, many of whom came from surrounding towns and villages, found the daily parking hunt a demoralizing start to their long study sessions. As the sun began to set on the day of Rohan's event, the situation reached a breaking point. A minor fender bender between a visiting businessman and a harried parent led to a heated argument, escalating into a full-blown traffic standstill. The sound of angry horns and raised voices echoed through the narrow streets. Rohan, watching from the window, felt his grand plans deflate. The city beautiful had been designed for a different era, a different population. Its broad roads and planned sectors, once a source of civic pride, now seemed inadequate to handle the demands of its booming, yet chaotic coaching capital. The city's greatest asset, its vibrant, youthful energy, was being held hostage by its most mundane problem, a lack of space. Rohan's product launch, though successful, was marred by the frustration of his guests. He realized that the challenges of Sector 34 were not just a matter of inconvenience, they were a significant barrier to business and a source of immense stress for everyone who stepped foot in the area. The Great Gridlock was more than just a traffic problem, that was a symbol of a city beautiful struggling to adapt to its own success, and he knew, with a sinking feeling, that without a serious, long-term solution, this silent struggle would continue to define the heart of Chandigarh's entrepreneurial and educational dreams.